Hello everybody. Welcome to Erndale's and welcome to Vlogmas day, I don't know, what is Sunday? I can look at the calendar. 16th, 18th maybe? 17th or 18th? I'm all mixed up. We've had a horrible 3 days here. Snow, storm, Colorado low started, when did it start? It started Wednesday evening and it dumped and then it moved on and then it turned around and came and dumped again and moved on, turned around, and it's been doing this for 3 days. And I don't know how much snow we have, but it is piled everywhere. Then we got the wind with it. So the wind was at 60 kilometers an hour for 3 days. It's still quite windy out now. And now the temperature has plummeted to minus 21 degrees Celsius. And with the wind chill, it's over minus 30 degrees Celsius. And so we can't get out of our driveway. It's plugged up with snow. The drifts are taller than I am. And so my husband just went out there now to use the snowblower, and he can't get in the shed because the lock is frozen. So he is trying to now unlock the lock so he can get in the shed to get the snowblower to blow the driveway and the walkways and everything else. So the sun finally came out though. It's been dark, it's been cloudy and dark and just doesn't no inspiration to even get your head off the pillow. It's just been awful. But this is Manitoba and we have this kind of weather a lot. I did notice over the last 3 days, stormy as it was, there was people walking, you know, school was on, the businesses were open, the highways were closed yesterday. There was not very much people, there was people driving around town, but I don't think anybody really would have gone out on the highway if they knew what was right. So it's been a kind of a trying few days. So I took yesterday off thinking that I would get all this work done, and I did get a couple of things done, which I'll show you tomorrow. I actually finished a few things, but pretty much I've just been, I don't know, because it was so dark, I just didn't have any energy to do anything. So because he's out there all bundled up like a Nanook of the North, I've decided when he comes in, he's going to have some hot scones. So I've made some cranberry orange scones, and I'm now going to make a drink which is, I think, going to be very similar to something that I had years ago. I used to sing in a choir, and one of the fellows in the choir, hold on one second, I just got to pause you. One of the fellows in the choir loved to cook, and so he would always bring, our practices were really long, a couple hours long, so we always had a break in between for coffee or tea or whatever. And he always brought some kind of goodies that he's made, and in the wintertime especially, he made this drink that was, it was a hot drink. It was a tea, but there was orange and cloves and cinnamon and ginger in there. And when you had been singing for an hour or so, you were really hoarse and dry. This hot, citrusy, spicy drink would hit your throat, and oh, it felt so good. And I was paging through a book that I have, and there was something almost similar in this book. So I'm going to make it right now. And when Gary comes back in, he can have a cup of this nice hot drink. So I'm going to get my pans out and let's make this beautiful drink. So it's called citrus tea with tarragon. And sorry about that. I could not find tarragon anywhere. So mine's not going to have that in it. It's going to have cloves and ginger instead. So in this tiny little pot over here, I'm just going to angle you a little bit. There you go. In this pot, there's a half a cup of sugar, a half a cup of orange juice, a quarter cup of water, a quarter cup of honey, 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, and 2 tablespoons of lime juice. And if you have the tarragon, you would put a half a cup of fresh tarragon leaves in there as well. And you're supposed to bring this to a boil, and mine's nowhere near that. So that's one part. And then you put a saucepan with 8 cups of water to boil on another thing. So that's what I'm waiting for. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put 4 Earl Grey tea bags. After that boils, you put 4 Earl Grey tea bags in the 8 cups of water, and you turn the, I can't talk. You turn the heat off and you put the lid on and you let it steep for 5 minutes. And then you mix the two. And this is sounds very much like what he made. And it was just the best stuff, especially on a cold winter day. And my poor husband has been struggling out there. He's been in and out. It's so cold. He has to keep coming in. And he's got a long down parka that goes, way past his knees. And then it has a hood that has like 3 layers in the neck. And then when you cinch it up, it's got this rabbit fur around. So all you really see is his eyes. When he zips everything up that you can, it's supposed to protect your face from frostbite and everything like that. But he's coming in and his face, which is exposed, just this part, is like red. So he's popping in every little while just to stand and warm up and then going back out. Because the wind is really, the wind at -30, that's not very funny on your skin. So when he comes in, and it won't be too long before he comes in and stays in, because I don't think he's going to do the whole thing. He's going to do it in stages. It's just too cold. And we're not going anywhere in the next couple of days. We're not going anywhere till Monday. So he can work at it a bit today, and he can work at it on tomorrow for a bit too. I was going to go out and shovel, but he flat out refused that. He said, no way you're going out there to do that. So I'll stay in and bake and cook and make some nice warm tea. So I'll let you know what this is like when I get it done. So I have the tea bags steeping. I'm going to take them out now. And the orange lime lemon mixture, you're supposed to let just sit for 15 minutes after it's come to a boil. And I just told my husband to come in because he's freezing out there, and part of the snowblower just broke. So he thought he was going to shovel it by hand. I just told him, come in. We'll get somebody to come with a plow or something. I don't want him having a heart attack out there. So I'm going to now take the tea bags out of the water, and I'm going to mix that in with it, and we'll see what it tastes like. And we're going to have a scone. So I'm going to show you. My scones I made, they look a little strange. It's a different recipe than the one I had. I don't know where the recipe that I had I wanted to make lemon raspberry ones, and I've made them before, but I can't find my recipe. So I used a different one for orange cranberry. It sounded just as festive and good. They were really dry. There was no moisture to them at all. They were really hard to get together, and they look okay. We'll see how they taste. They have a bit of an orange drizzle over the top with some icing sugar, so we'll see what they taste like. I'll let you know. Oh, it smells wonderful. It's very much like that drink that we had at choir. I don't know how much better it could be if it had tarragon, but this is really good. And I forgot to say, this makes 8 cups, but at the size of these cups, it won't take us long to drink this. Enjoy. Forgot to show you the scones. Not the best looking, but I'm hoping they're going to taste good. See you tomorrow.